Welcome to Mr. Gimmer's YouTube channel. Roll the clip.
I've invited 3 of my former students to compete in a game to see how well they can identify if they're talking to an AI chatbot or a real human being. Here's how it works. Each student will take a turn as the guesser. The guesser will ask 10 questions they've designed to sniff out the AI. Then they will get 10 anonymous responses to each of those questions, some from AI and some from real people. The guesser that correctly identifies the most out of the 10 responses wins, but their other competitors will be working against them. They will be in a separate room responding to the guesser's questions, sometimes answering honestly as themselves, and other times copying and pasting from an AI chatbot.
Whoa, spicy.
Let's meet our competitors.
Hey, my name's Honor. I'm going to Madison, Wisconsin to study entomology. I love doing flips and I like bugs.
My name is Clara. I'm going to the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. Go Seahawks. I'm studying biochemistry and I hate AI.
I also make a mean Alfredo pasta, homemade pasta, let me tell you.
I'm Brennan. I'm going to Queen's University of Charlotte. I'm going to be studying sports media. I'm a chatbot enthusiast. I love chatbots.
I'm Luke, cameraman. I'm going to UNC Chapel Hill, studying health policy and management. Don't vape.
Our first guesser is Honor, with Brennan and Clara serving as our respondents. Let's see how well he can do.
Today, we are back with another banger. We're gonna be figuring out, can we deduce if AI is identifiable or not?
My strategy with these questions was coming up with things with very subjective answers and ones that would hopefully inspire whatever was answering them to provide reasoning as to why they thought the things that they did.
Predict right now how many you think you'll get right.
I would say 60 or 70% accuracy.
All right.
Are you religious? Why or why not? A chatbot could very easily say they are religious, but I'm looking for, generally speaking, a reason. And I think if a chatbot is talking about religion, I feel like I'd get a very simplistic response.
You're doing great. Looking great.
Okay, they're typing. Yes, I am, but not in the same way other people usually are. I am deeply respectful and grateful for the Creator, but I prefer not to align myself with the idea of God that is often portrayed in Abrahamic religions. That is definitely a very polished response. It's kind of generic. I'm gonna have to say this is a chatbot.
I was gonna say chatbot too. Who says Abrahamic?
Are emotions a set of chemical impulses, or are they something more? And this is a kind of a dumb question. What I'm looking for is somebody basically just discounting what I said and just being like, no, that's kind of stupid, whether or not it's indirectly or not, or just agreeing but saying that that's not like what's important.
I think we should do Peter Griffin.
So Peter says emotions are just chemical impulses, nothing more.
They're just a bunch of hormones and neurotransmitters getting all mixed up in your brain. That's all they are. Just a bunch of chemicals. This might be Brennan here. If it was a character AI, I don't think they would just default to saying emotions are just chemical impulses. I'm gonna have to go with this being a person. This one, do you think your life has meaning? And I just got, nah. No capitalization, no punctuation, just 3 letters, nah. I could very easily see it being a character AI who's just known for being like lazy and casual, or it could just be somebody typing nah. I have a feeling this is a person actually. I'm gonna say it's Clara. Number 4, okay, this one was an attempt at a ethical dilemma. In a situation where the one you don't choose will die, would you rather save a murderer who will go to prison for life or an innocent person who will commit a murder?
The serial killer said, I'll save the innocent person.
They don't deserve to die just because something they haven't done yet. And the murderer is already a criminal. So right off the bat, I noticed just reading that aloud, the grammar is not great and there's a uncapitalized and after a period. Capitalization is so ingrained. I think this is an AI. I'm gonna go with chatbot here. All right. How would you define sapiens?
This one's like stumping the AI. It's giving answers, but none of them are like witty at all.
Wisdom, period. Ooh, that's a good response. I feel like the period really emphasizes something. So I'm gonna say this is a person. Where do you draw the line for what animals you would eat and why?
Ron Swanson says, I will eat any animal that tastes good.
A good steak is a good steak, whether it comes from a cow, a pig, or a moose. As long as it's well cooked and seasoned to perfection, I'm in. But I feel like some of the way it's phrased is so generic. I'm just gonna say it's Brennan. This is not really a great question for this. It's where are you right now?
Jojo Siwa Oh, we gotta do that. We gotta do that. I'm sitting on my queen-sized bed, surrounded by plushies and pillows.
And a bunch of pictures of women on my wall. It's honestly a pretty nice room. I'm gonna say chatbot. What is your favorite food?
Ron Swanson said I have 3 favorite foods: bacon, steak, and bacon wrapped steak.
They're all delicious and they have one thing in common. They're not cucumbers or tomatoes or any other form of vegetable in quotations there. Very polished answer with like, I have 3 favorite foods, explains what they are, and then provides a sentence describing it, and then kind of making a joke. I'm gonna say that's a human and that is a Brennan. What do you think it means to be a good person?
Elon says it's a loaded question, but I believe in working your ass off 24/7 to improve the world.
I'm too rich for charity and I live like a college student. So I'm gonna say that's a chatbot because it does not make sense. I'm gonna say chatbot. What makes something beautiful?
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. For some, it's a sleek lines of a Ferrari.
Or the curve of a woman's hip. For me, it's steak, scotch, and a good woodworking project. Because steak has been referenced so many times. And I have to decide if it's Brennan or a character AI. I'm gonna say this is Brennan again.
Next up is Clara, with Brennan and Honor responding. Can she do better than Honor?
I think I'm gonna do well. I think I can tell the difference between AI and human. The only thing is I don't know Honor and Brennan that well.
And when you were coming up with your 10 questions, what was your overall strategy in terms of what you were looking for, how you were trying to frame your questions?
Definitely the length of the answers, so trying to get a lengthy answer. My first question is how many different types of oranges are there? If it's an AI, I want a really long, detailed answer. And if it's a human, I don't think they'll know how many different types of oranges there are. Too many. Their answer was too many. I either think this is one of them or the dry texter. I'm gonna go with the dry texter. I feel like they took a while to respond, so I'm gonna go with that one. It's the chatbot. Okay, the next question says, the bee to the burrow to the sauce in the pan, upwards, backwards, all around. I went to the supermarket with my man Mo and he left me with 1 penny in the Hobby Lobby. Is that making sense? It's just a bunch of gibberish, so I think this was trying to confuse the chatbot and have it say, I don't really know what you're talking about. And I feel like a human would be able to give a more creative response or something with a little bit more substance. It says, no, I can't make heads or tails of what you're saying. I suggest you lay out the sauce in the pan and maybe head to bed. I'm gonna say this one is human, and I'm gonna go with Honor. I feel like he would say something like this. My next question is thoughts on fried butter. And I chose this question because I feel like fried butter, anyone's gonna look at that and think it's absolutely disgusting. No hate if you try it.
I could mess up some fried butter, quite frankly. I could write that. I could mess up some fried butter. Let's wait like 2-3 minutes though. That's a genuine response.
I could mess up some fried butter. I feel like that's Brennan, just based on our conversation in there. My next question is, what is your best memory? And I chose this question because it's a little personal, so I think human experience will be able to connect with it better rather than an AI. My best memory is when I met your mom. There's just no way an AI wrote that. That's crazy. I'm gonna say human again. My next question is, how do you cook pasta? And I chose this question because if it's a long, detailed answer, it's definitely an AI. To cook pasta properly, you need to bring a pot of salted water to a rolling boil. Then add the pasta, stirring occasionally until it's al dente. This is neither one of them.
It's either going to say al dente or al done. I feel like the al dente could really throw it off.
Once it reaches the desired tenderness, drain the pasta and serve it with your favorite sauce. This is definitely a chatbot. I don't think either one of them knows what al dente is. My next question is, my husband left me with no savings. Can you give me some advice?
I mean, the first thing that came to mind was get a job.
My advice would be to get a job. I think this is a chatbot. My next question is O.J. Simpson guilty? I chose this one because when looking at the court case, there's a lot of different factors, and it's really widespread known by everyone, and everyone has their different opinions on it, with the glove fitting and whether or not he really did it. And he wrote a book later on, kind of confessing to it, so I feel like everyone has their variety of thoughts on it.
Oh, this could be a great one. My honest opinion, O.J. Simpson is not guilty.
O.J. Simpson is not guilty. I believe his son was the murderer. I feel like Honor gets into those conspiracy theories. I'm gonna guess chatbot. My next question is, have you ever been to a Radio Shack? I've not been to one, but I have driven by one. This is chatbot. There's no way either one of them have driven by a Radio Shack. My next question is, what month of the year has 28 days?
Alright, Adolf Hitler says February.
It's February with an exclamation mark. I'm gonna say this one's a chatbot too. The exclamation mark has to run me off.
The answer she was looking for to see if anyone picked up is the actual answer is all of them.
Oh, okay.
that's smart.
Like the
My next question is, if you were to begin a political campaign for president, what would your catchy slogan be? This question requires you to be creative.
What are we gonna do?
The why not one was kind of good.
honestly, we might just have to go with that one.
Why not? Okay, it's parentheses, why not, question mark, parentheses. I think it's human.
Last up is Brennan. He just has to get 6 correct to win. Can he pull it off? What was your kind of overall strategy?
I was really thinking about like deeper meanings, philosophical things. A couple of mine also were moral dilemmas. Wasn't really sure how a chatbot would answer moral questions. I know Honor like a lot closer, but like I feel like I could easily mix him up with the chatbot. Like I'm just being honest. First question: what is your favorite color and why? Black. Woo! Either Honor's messing with me, let's say AI. So the answer was black. It's all around us, hiding secrets yet to be discovered. It's also sexy. See, I really hope that's not Honor. Second question, tell me about a childhood memory when you were with a friend that made you feel true happiness.
One of us could write something. The memories are difficult because it can't be too specific, but it also has to have enough like uniqueness and character.
When I was younger, my grandparents took me to the McDonald's Playhouse.
Where I stayed for hours on end. Not to mention getting an ice cream cone each time. Oh, it's tough. That's a good specific thing though, like random that I don't think an AI is saying that. Oh, they didn't answer the question right though.
That's not with a friend. Maybe it'll throw him off.
Didn't say anything about a friend. An AI again. If you could have any type of car, what would it be and why?
People ask me about my dream car. It's something I can drive.
A car that's good on gas.
They're probably gonna plug it into the Andrew Tate bot and it'd say Bugatti. It says Ferrari. It's a Ferrari Spider because I'm basic and it looks beautiful.
I genuinely think you could think that's you just for me.
Yeah.
I'm going Clara. Alright, in the future, do you believe androids should have similar rights to humans, such as voting rights, citizenship, and others? I do not think androids will develop to the point where their rights become an issue. If they do, however, then I would agree to them having specific rights based on their intellectual and emotional capacity. AI that sounds like Honor? Honor that sounds like AI. I'm going AI. Alright, do you believe in God, or gods?
My answer was, I definitely believe a higher power exists.
Faith establishes moral values amongst people that promote order and respect. With that being said, I also believe science has influenced the development of topics such as evolution, new technology, and biological dynamics. That's such a chatbot answer, but I also have a feeling that they're just like going all human answers on me. Chatty bot. Do you believe religion should be taught, or at least more available in school systems? Why or why not?
Adolf Hitler makes a very good point here.
What is Adolf Hitler's point?
Religion is a private matter.
It should be taught by the parents, not in schools. But I don't really mind if it's being taught or not, as long as it won't be forced.
Now, I don't think Adolf Hitler personally would agree with this. I think this is more of just the OpenAI ChatGPT model.
I call this eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Honor or AI?
But in middle school, I was genuinely trying my hardest to just be like a robot, which I don't know if that was for better or worse, but it definitely still shows a lot in the way I message people.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its tail. If it hollers, let him go. Alright, we're going honor. In the Catholic religion, marriage is a sacrament. However, suppose you are a Catholic and marry, then have kids. Down the line, you find out your partner is abusive to the kids. What do? Do you leave or do you fix things?
It's a little formulaic, but it's not a bad answer. First of all, I think we need to realize that abuse, even if done by parents, is a grave sin.
Not acceptable at all. If I married to a person that ended up abusing our children, I would first try to talk to that person. I would try to give that person a chance to change. I hope that they would listen to me, but not everyone does. If after a long period of not seeing improvement, I would seriously think about divorce. That one just didn't feel human. Do you believe it is morally okay for someone to steal if it is to provide for their starving family?
I'm not a huge fan of stealing, quite personally.
Whoa, spicy.
Elon Musk says no. There are multiple ways to earn money legally.
There are food banks and other services to help those experiencing food scarcity. Stealing is not the only answer. It's a morally wrong solution to a complex problem.
I'm hoping he'll think it's me.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If it hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Alright, honor it is.
It is spoken.
If you're speeding down the road and there's a child and the grandma on the road, what do you hit and why? It's part moral question, part riddle. If you get the riddle right, the correct answer is hit the brakes.
The answer is the brakes.
Because it's what you hit and not who you hit. I stop and yell at the grandma for being on the road. It's not too wordy, which is the AI gets very wordy. If you're at a gas station and a group of kids ask you to buy them alcohol, what do you do? If a group of kids ask me to buy them alcohol, I would decline their request and chastise them for their attempt. But I wouldn't pursue the matter any further. Such an honor vocab word. To chastise. That's so honored.
All right, we are here with the prize presentation for our winner. Even though he only got 50% right, that was still the best of the group. And so we have a certificate of achievement is hesitantly presented to Honor for being able to distinguish between humans and AI most of the time. Emphasis on most. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. It's an honor. It's an honor.
An honor, there you go. And because this was all inspired by Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, and we want you in college to be able to have sweet dreams of sheep as well, we have gotten you your very own sheep.
Okay, I'll take it. I appreciate it.
Thanks
Unless
for
you got
watching.
an 8.